Everton last year finished in 10th place, and this year losing their manager Carlo Ancelotti for me is crucial, and they have brought in Rafa Benitez. That is right, guys. We are doing an Everton season preview. I'll be first diving into how they did last year, then looking at what I think they're going to be like this year, talking about the transfers, my player of the year for Everton prediction, their young player of the year, and where I think they will finish up. But first, guys, I just want to dive in and talk about how I think Everton did last year in the 2021 Premier League. Obviously, finishing in 10th, having 17 wins, 8 draws, and 13 wins, they finished with 59 points. You guys, it was a very good year for Everton on and off. A lot of injuries struck them. COVID didn't help. Lack of fans didn't help. Carlo Ancelotti, for me, did a very good job bringing in the likes of Alan, bringing in many other players, Decore, James Rodriguez. And now without Carlo Ancelotti, I've lost a lot of faith in this Everton side. I thought Ancelotti did an unbelievable job with Everton last year. Obviously, it was on and off at times last year. A lot of teams improved. A lot of teams played very well. Everton had a shaky season in some parts. But for the most part, they played very well throughout the course of the season. And then injuries hit and such on, which then struck the Carlo Ancelotti's side and slowed them down, which was very unfortunate because I thought they were going to have a good run. They're going to push for Europa League. Then injuries hit them and they dropped back and slowly dropped back. But 10th place wasn't bad for Carlo Ancelotti's side. And I thought maybe if Carlo stays, he brings in some good signings, some good players, and he elevates himself up that table, pushes for Europa League. Then we saw Real Madrid sack Zinedine Zidane. Then they wanted Carlo Ancelotti back, and Carlo obviously wasn't going to turn that down. So Carlo Ancelotti has left Everton, joining Real Madrid, but Everton's gone out and signed Rafa Benitez. For me, guys, obviously Rafa Benitez loves Liverpool. His family still lives there after he last managed Liverpool. It's his favorite city in the world. But I don't know if I think it's the right move for Rafa, but I just don't think he's gotten any backing whatsoever. And I just don't think Everton's going to finish as high as they did last year. I'll probably get criticized for this quite a bit. People are probably going to say, well, who do you have higher? Well, that's for other episodes to come. But they do have some quality players in like Dominic Calvert-Lewin, Alan, Richarlison, but they haven't brought anybody in at all to improve this side and elevate them higher up the table. As the likes of other teams have just kept on improving, kept on getting better, Everton haven't done that at all. Everton have maybe bolstered their bench a little bit with their I'll go through their signings here, guys. Their most notable signing was Demarai Gray from Bayern Leverkusen, who left Leicester City to Bayern Leverkusen last year. And Demarai Gray is joining Everton for a fee of around $1 million to $2 million fee to join them from Bayern Leverkusen. For me, guys, all Demarai Gray is going to be is a bench sub at the most. Also bringing in Andros Townsend from Crystal Palace on a free transfer. For me, guys, this really sums up Everton's season. Everton are going out there and signing a experienced Premier League winger and overage Premier League winger who can't cut it at Crystal Palace, and he's dead weight or dead wood at Crystal Palace. Too big of a contract. Crystal Palace let him go, and Crystal Palace are starting on a new project, a new creative project. And that just shows where Everton are for me, guys. They're having to go out and pick up a free agent from a club that is lower down the table than them. And that's what they've turned into. And they've also gone out and signed Asmir Begovic. Those are the 3 signings so far. Yes, they haven't lost anyone in major, selling Bernard for about $1 million-ish, losing Joshua King, Theo Walcott, Besic, and Yannick Bolasie. But this team hasn't improved for me, guys. Moise Kean has obviously had rumors to leave. Richarlison is still out at the Olympics, the final to be played this morning against Spain. So he won't be back for the starting game of the season or the preseason game against Manchester United this morning. But I don't know, if this Everton team, guys, is just looking very mediocre. They have some very good signing pieces, like the likes of Luca Digne, the likes of Alan for me, Andre Gomez. I like Tom Davies, but right now he's rumored to go to Newcastle with a swap for one of the Longstaffs. I'm a fan of DCL. I like Richarlison, but the team hasn't improved at all this season, this off season. If any Everton fan tries to tell me in the comments that bringing in Demarai Gray, Begovic, and Townsend is any much of improvement, You guys can tell me as much as you want, but you're talking out your backside because that is no chance that's an improvement to your team and what you had last year. But I know Everton did finish in 10th position last year in the league on 59 points. And for me, they're going to come nowhere close to that. This might be one of my bold predictions, but I just don't see them coming anywhere near 59 points in 10th place. They'll come close to it, fair play. But I have Everton finishing in 13th position in the league, guys. I just don't see how they improve. The teams below them have improved massively. You look at the likes of Aston Villa, Crystal Palace, Wolves, even Newcastle look they're gonna keep improving here with Joe Willock and maybe Mariano and some other signings. So looking at Aston Villa, Crystal Palace, and Wolves for me moving up the table past Everton, and Everton just hasn't improved, and they've lost an unbelievable manager. They haven't gained any great players. They're going to lose James Rodriguez. This team is just collapsing, and it's going to keep getting worse unless Rafa Benitez can pull off a miracle. There's talks of Salomon Rondon coming back and linking up with Rafa Benitez at Everton. For me, how is he going to get a look in at Everton ahead his DCL, Richarlison? But I don't know. It's going to be a very interesting season for Everton here, guys. I have them finishing in 13th. I'm going to give my player of the year to DCL. I just think he's an unbelievable player, and he'll earn himself a transfer next summer. I feel like he's going to be one of those big English. Every year it seems like we've got a big English player on the move. This year you got Jack Grealish and Jadon Sancho. Next year I feel like it's going to be DCL, because if this team is just going to keep going in a downward spiral like this, DCL does not deserve to be there. And if I'm going to say young player of the year or a breakout player of the year, I'm going to give it to the likes of Ben Godfrey, just because I feel like there is a hint of rumors out there with Tom Davies. I love Tom Davies to bits. I think he's unbelievable. But if I had to stick true to a player who I think is going to stay, I think Ben Godfrey. I think he's unbelievable. Right back, center back. He's quality for me, and I think people have to realize and look at Ben Godfrey. He is quality. But guys, I have Everton finishing 13th in my season preview. Drop a comment. Let me know where you guys think they're going to finish, or how they're going to improve this year, or maybe I'm just being delusional, but I just don't see a way they get better than they were last year. Losing Carlo, not gaining any players, not improving, losing a key player in James Rodriguez. I just don't see it. Let me know in the comments, guys, what you guys think of my opinions and of my prediction. Hit the like button, hit the sub button. It means the world to me. Sorry I missed that preview yesterday. Sorry I only had one video today. I had some family plans. And sorry for the bad hair. But guys, I appreciate it all. I'll be back for another one extremely soon, and I'll see you guys for the next one. Peace, guys.